All right, here we are about to play the solo version of Emberleaf. So for the solo version, you're going to set up the board as you would for a two-player game. If you're interested in how all that works, I have a link up above for the how to play. But basically you're putting these tiles where these little icons are. Again, I'm not going to go into everything. You can kind of hopefully pick it up as I play. I have my board set up. I have Sister set up over here. So I am playing on easy. So she has these two favor cards she is going to be collecting points for. We have the building cards. So for the building cards, these are going to be giving her points at the end of the game. 5 points for each one of these where I have a home villager. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On her turn, we are going to flip over a card. It's going to have her do actions. She is going to do said actions. I am going to be taking the first turn of the game. So we are going to, I think, go ahead and get started. Basically, really quick rule set. On my turn, I am either going to place a card down my fellowship, do an action if it's available, or I'm going to slide my cards, starting with the upper left, working going down and over, triggering those abilities. I'm going to be trying to get resources, put buildings on the board. Going to be able to get 4 more heroes throughout the game and promising favors for endgame points. The game is going to end when 6 trophies are gone. You get trophies by either bringing this all the way down or by filling in a clearing. That is very basic, high-level rules there. Other thing I will mention is, due to space constraints, this is going to be the rightmost card. So when I slide stuff, it's going to slide this way. That's going to pertain mainly when I have to do stuff. You'll see. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and start with Puff right here. So Puff, I'm going to gather a berry per berry symbol. I have 1, I have 2. That gives me 2 berries. 2 food, actually, I believe it is. 2 food. And that is going to be it for my turn. I have a couple of optional actions I can take if I'm somewhere where I have my disc. Oh, I'm missing my disc up there. Somewhere where I have my disc, I can promise that to take a favorite card. If I have one of these cards that have this charge ability, I could use the charge ability. I have none of that, so it is Sister's turn. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to check to see how much stamina she has. If she has at least 5 stamina, then we are going to do a whole little reset or refresh thing. So obviously she doesn't, so we're going to flip over the first card. So she is going to build a house and then build a boathouse. So when she builds, she is going to take the mentioned building. So the first one is a house and then a boathouse. Let's grab those. She is going to put it in the clearing where she currently is located. I can choose where it goes. If there's no space for the building, we move until she is able to. She does not gain leaves for placing buildings, nor does she home villagers. If the building fills the clearing, she would get a trophy. So she is here, so we're just going to put the house, and I think we're going to put the boathouse right there. And that is her turn, and you'll see the stamina right up here, so you'll see that that's 2 stamina. So I think next we're going to play Jin. So it says walk 2, attack 1 per sword. So now typically, so you can choose to do, you can do 1, both, or neither. However, you're going to do the top, and then you have to do that before the bottom. So I wouldn't be able to attack and walk. So I'm going to skip the walking in this instance. I'm going to attack 1 per sword. I have 2 swords. I'm going to attack this one right here. So by attacking this one, it needs to have 2 damage. I am doing 2 damage. That is going to give me 2 points. Nope, she's blue. 2 points. And then I'm going to move down on this track, getting what I cross. So we are going to go here because I want 2 berries. And then we're going to look over here on Puff. And Puff says, when I gain an Akari Vortex banner, I gather 1 stone. So that means I'm going to take a stone and bring it onto right there. And then this goes off to the side of my board because certain things might want banners and spending them, etc. And that's good because I have that rock, because Jin's going to activate when I slide, which I will probably be doing here in another turn or 2. But that is mine. So we come over to Sister. We're going to flip over the next card. So she is going to grab Hero 3 and Hero 5. So we go 1, 2, 3. So we discard the lion. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we discard Vin. So the lion and Vin. Sorry, I'll try and be better about that. So because there was cards taken, we are now going to refresh this. We discard the rightmost card. We then slide and slide and bring out new ones. All right, so I think we're going to do Alara. Alara lets us walk 2, so we're going to place them right there. So we are going to walk 2. So normally going up a path is normally 1. If there is a dangerous location in the way, it adds 1 to the movement, so it is 2 for me to walk up here. I am now going to do a couple of different optional actions. So I'm going to do a favor token. So I'm going to return this disc to the box. I can now take one of these favor cards. I think I'm going to go with this home, exactly 3 owls. It's going to give me 7 points. Looking over here at my sister, she is going to get 2 points per homed owl. So that's going to limit me. I was going to be limited on how I did my owls anyways. So that is going to work for me, because that would give me 7 points if I do that, where it will make a point on top of her then. The other one I'm going to do is, I know I was originally going to save this to trigger Jin. I'm going to try and get some other stone before I slide. I'm going to do the charge. I'm going to grab this stone. I'm going to place this on Alara. I'm only going to be able to do this once because it shows this ×1 in the corner. But that allows me to build. I am going to spend 4 food and a beehive. So I have a couple different buildings I can build here. I can go ahead and build my market right here. I can build my market here, which would give me some wood icons, or I can build my this windmill down here, which is going to allow me to unlock this ability to attack. I know sisters gain a lot of points from windmills, so I'm going to hold off on that windmill for now. I actually want to get this wood one because I want to build up my wood, because the next one I'm going to want to unlock is this boathouse, because that's going to increase my storage capacity. So we're going to put out this market. We're going to place it on here, which is going to give me back my beehive, which is helpful because that's what I need to be able to put out the rest of these buildings. Once I build a building, I am now going to home a villager. So the first villager I home is always going to give me another hero. So I'm going to figure out which hero I want to do here in a second. So I might just start with the owls just to get those knocked out. Plus they're going to build out swords, but then this one's give me honey eventually, and berries and wood. You know, we're going to start with our rats. So we are going to home my rat right there. You now adjust your score. You're going to see how big your neighborhood is. Your neighborhood is adjacent tiles that have your color figures on them. There's only 1. You're then going to look at the number of unique buildings in that neighborhood, in this instance 1, so we get 1 point. We now trigger their ability. In this instance, it's grab a hero card, and that hero card will come to my hand. And I think we are actually going to grab Loriah. I like this one because you play, and then when you play them, you do a slide action. This card slides, so and then they do an ability on the slide. So it's a good way of basically playing a card and then triggering a slide and getting someone out there who can slide. I am not able to take any more favors. Promise any more favors because my token's not here. I cannot use this charge ability, so my turn is now over. So we go to our sister. She's got 2 stamina, so she'll still do more cards. Now she's going to travel to me. That means she's just going to bloop right up here to me. And then she's going to build a town hall. So a town hall are these buildings. She's going to build it. I can choose where it's going to go. And I think we're going to go ahead and put that town hall right there. So that's it for her. And she is at 3 stamina. So now my turn is I want to make sure I get some wood. That's why I did that one. So do I have someone that can gather wood pretty good? Barkley can. So let's go ahead and put out Barkley. We're going to go right there. He gathers 1 wood per symbol. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 symbols. So we have our 4 wood. So we are ready and set to be able to build out and get this boathouse out there. Oh, I forgot to reset these cards. When I took the favor card, these should have been reset. So we discard the rightmost one, just like we did for the heroes. We slide down, and we refill, and I just realized I forgot to do the heroes too. So discard the rightmost one, slide, and refill. All right, but that was the end of my turn. So again, can't do that. I am thinking I might see if I can attack again. I don't have an attack, so it would have been nice to be able to get that again while they were on my board. But it is Sister's turn. We are going to flip over a card. So this will have 5 stamina, so next turn she will be doing a rest. She's going to build a windmill and a market. So we put a market right there. We put a windmill right there. So that is her 2 builds. So now we come to my turn. So I know she's going to rest, so I technically have another turn I could wait to do this, but I don't think I'm gonna. So I think we are going to put out thatch, and we are going to build a building. So we are going to spend our 4 wood and our beehive to put out the boathouse in here. Now this matters because this is going to fill a clearing, and it's going to allow us to get one of these bonuses or one of these trophies down here and start advancing towards the end of the game. Typically, a trophy is given out halfway through the game. If this is halfway through the game, then this is going to play a lot quicker than a multiplayer. But I built my building, which is right there. I am then going to home a villager. So because beehives are normally hard to get, I think I'm going to grab Meryl, because when I play them, I can spend 2 stone to gather a beehive, and that seems pretty darn good. So I was homing someone. That's right, I need to home. Let's go ahead and home a rabbit. And now I have a neighborhood of 2 unique buildings, gives me 2 points. I grab the villager for the benefit. And that was all of mine. So now we go to the sister. So we count. She has 5 stamina. So what we are now going to do is we are going to move all these face-up action cards over to a discard pile. So let's move these over a little bit to a discard pile. We are going to turn up the next building. So boathouses, she is going to get points. We are going to add up all the numbers in reputation stars on her favor and building cards, and she gains leaves equal to her current reputation. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we come over here and she gets 4 points. And that is her action. So now it is my turn. So I think this is going to be a build up to next turn move. We are going to play Buttercup here. So she does not have a wind plate ability. So instead we are going to trigger the fellowship, which lets me gain a stone. Like so. And now you'll notice I'm pretty full here, which means next turn I am going to have to do a slide action. So I'm just kind of looking what the slide's going to be. I'm going to be gathering wood. I'm going to spend that for wood and a little or a food, and then she's going to gather food, and I'm going to be able to walk per footprint, so I'm going to be able to move on to my next area that I want to do stuff in. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's go sister. So her first action card is she's going to travel 1. So when she travels 1, she is going to go in a clockwise direction. So she moves from here to this next section over here. And then she is going to attack 4. You are going to see what her valid targets are. So once she sees what her valid targets are, which are these 3, she is going to attack one of them. She is going to attack the one that gives the most points. In this instance, they all give the same amount of points, so I get to choose which one she's going to attack. And I think I'm going to have her right now attack this one. Even though I'm coming across this way, I'm hoping that maybe I can eventually attack that one with Puff Out to get a stone again. So she attacks this. She gets 1, 2, 3. And I just noticed, again, I forgot to refresh the heroes. So let me do that really quick. All right, so going back, she did the attack. She's going to move this down. Doesn't matter where she moves it. She just does it. So looking, she traveled and she attacked. So now she has crossed this spot. So now, typically all players would do this, but because she doesn't actually do anything, but I do. So what this does is this refreshes the favor market, and then I am going to be able to grab a favor card. I think I'm going to try and do this, have exactly 3 war banners. I don't think I'm going to be doing as much attacking. I feel like she's going to be doing that. So I just have to get 2 more because I already have 1. So I've grabbed a card, so I'll remember to do the refresh properly this time. And that is the end of her turn. So now we come to my turn. And we know we need to slide. So when they slide, He slides. Nothing happens for a drop off or anything. He comes back to my hand. Alara slides. The stone goes back there. Next time I play them, I'll have access to that charge ability again. Nothing happens. I gather 1 wood. This is I can spend my rock to get a wood and a berry. I could have spent multiple rocks to get multiple wood and food. Then Buttercup, you do it top to bottom. So I get a food, and then I can walk 1 per foot symbol. We have 1, 2, 3 foot symbols. So I could go 2 and 3. I could go 1, or I can go 2, 3. I think, wanting to go over here. Technically, I could go 2, 3, but I like over here because it has the honey pot, the beehive. And now, looking up here, have 1 town hall that touches at least 3 boathouses. So that's touching 2. I could start trying to build it up here with the town hall, with that boathouse, and try and get the boathouses around it. That seems an awful lot, so I don't want to have that one. I'm not going to be able to have 4 different war banners and still have that other one. So I think I'm going to hold off and see if she resets this market again by getting stuff before I promise a favor. I have nothing to charge, so we go to her turn. All right, so she does favor 5. So she is going to grab this last favor card. And then she is going to build 1 windmill. So we grab a windmill, we place it out here. We're going to place the windmills next to each other. So that was her, favor 5 and then build a windmill. We now refresh this market. Have 1 town hall that touches at least 3 windmills. Well, I've started with the windmills there. So if we get a windmill, town hall. I don't know if we'll get a town hall out though. Trigger the end of the game with 7, which means I'll be the one to take the last trophy. That one might be interesting to kind of keep track of and do. We'll have to think about that as we take our turn. So I'll make a notation back there. I forgot to grab my trophy here, which was going to be influencing stuff that I did, because I was going to be grabbing this one, which was going to give me 5 points, but more importantly, give me that beehive. So apologies. Like I said, I'll make a note earlier. I should have grabbed it when I did this clearing. I think we're going to go with Alara out here. I'm not going to do the walk 2. Instead, I'm going to gather that stone. Sister's turn. She only has 2 stamina. Flip over the next card. She's going to travel 2 and then build 1 market. So she goes 1, 2, and builds a market. We'll throw the market right there. All right, my turn. We are now going to play Puff, which is going to gather me a berry. For every berry symbol, there are 2 berry symbols. So we're going to do those 2 like that. And you know what we're going to grab that trigger the end of the game favor card. Let's see if we can get that done. Refresh this. Put that out. Put that out. Home at least 1 rabbit and 4 clearings. We already got 1. I can home a rabbit there. Oh, but she wants points per rabbit. So I'd still there, but home at least 1 rat. I've already started my rats, so I might want to try and get that one here, which I'll have to get to a favor token or maybe try and unlock it with one of my tracks. Alrighty, so that was mine. Simple and quick. She's at 3. She's now at 4. Attack 4 and then draw a card, which means she's going to do another card. So she is right here. She's going to attack 4. This is the better one. So she is going to get 3 points, 1, 2, and 3. And that gets discarded. She moves down here, doesn't get anything. So I'm going to assume that I'm going to do the other card first and then trigger the thing on the point track. So another card. So she's going to travel to me and then attack 5. So she comes around to me, attacks 5. That's worth 3. That's worth 2. That's worth 3. I'm going to have her attack this one, which gives her 1, 2, and 3. Moves her down 1 more on here. And then that will be the end of her turn. So she passed this, which gives me 1 rock for every 2 favor cards. I have 3. So that gives me 1 rock, which is going to be helpful here in a moment. Cool. That kind of worked, although she is starting to crush me in points. So that means on my turn, I am going to have to slide because, again, I am full. So we're going to slide Thatch. When he falls off, I get to build 1. I have set myself up. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and a beehive to build this market. We are going to place it up here to get that beehive. We are going to home a villager. We are going to, I think, home my rat. Because that way, if I can get that one to have at least 1 rat and 4 clearings, I already got them in 2. I am going to score 1 point. We are going to get his bonus, which gives me 2 wood. We are doing the slide. Barkley gathers me a wood. Jin, I can spend my 2 rock to do that, or I could keep them to be able to get the beehive from Meryl. That wouldn't be a bad idea. So I think I am actually going to keep my rock and not trigger his. Buttercup, I am going to get a food, and then I can walk. I'm tempted to walk down here just so I can get that favor card before it goes away. I think I am. Let's go ahead and walk down to this one. Nothing happens with that slide, and nothing happens with that slide. I'm going to do the bonus one. I'm going to use the disc to grab, have at least 1 rat and 4 clearings. I think I'm going to use this stone to charge, and that allows me to build 1. So we are going to use our 4 wood and the beehive to put out this market. We're going to go, or this house, we're going to go here, get our beehive back. We are going to, I would want to put out my rat, but I think I am going to instead do my first owl right there. That gives me 1 point, allows me to grab a card up here. I want to get this one that allows me to get stone, gather 1 per 2 stone symbols, because I have a lot of stuff that activates with stone, so I want to grab that card. Did that. So that is my turn. So now we refresh the couple markets that I partaked in. Coming over to sister, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So those get discarded. She flips this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then she gets 5 more points, bringing her to 21. I probably want to try and move maybe back up there. I think we are going to get the stone. Let's go ahead and put Bran there. So that's going to get 1 stone per symbol. I only have the 2 symbols, but that's fine because I can do some good stuff with stone. My current plan is to try and get this home at least 3 rats in markets. I already got a rat in a market there, rat in a market there. If she moves a point, I can put a rat in that market, and then I am good to go with my markets. So that is my hope. Speaking of her, plus if I put out the rat, I can actually get that. So coming to her turn, she is going to do favor 4, 1, 2, or favor 4 and attack 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Discard, attack. She is going to attack this one. 1, 2, 3 points. So it looks like I won't be getting that one. She comes down here. She's about to do a refresh and get a trophy. We did her card. She moved there. I get to home someone, so I am going to home that rat. Yep. Home at least 3 rats in markets. Well, I think I might put them there. Home at least 1 rat and 4 clearings. Now we're going to go here to build towards that other one. So that is only going to give me 1 point. And I just realized I'm pretty sure we've swapped places at some point. It's probably a different score at this point, but from here on in, we can kind of go there. I can see if I can try and figure out where stuff should have been later on, and I'll make note of it back there when that happened. So that gave me my 1 point. I've homed him. I get a favor card. We're going to grab the 8, like so. I really don't understand how in these solo plays I keep messing up and moving blue. When I never play blue, Bri always plays blue. There's no reason I should move blue for me. I don't get it. Anyways, so that is all of hers. So let's go ahead and refresh this market. So I think we're going to slide. We're going to slide Jin. We are going to spend 2 to get 2 wood and 2 berries. He falls off. Buttercup's going to get me a berry and allow me to walk 1 per foot. That is 3 movement. I kind of think I'm going to come down here so I can maybe grab a Promise of Favor. Plus, I can easily fill in this clearing, and I can get my 4th rat out. So we're going to move down to here. Nothing happens, and nothing happens, but I started clearing out my board. Sister. Build a town hall, draw a card. So she's up there. She's going to build a town hall. Let's go ahead and put the town hall right there. And then draw another card. Favor 2, attack 5. So, second favor, attack 5. So, this is a valid target. She gets 2 points. This moves down here. So, that was her attack. So, this is going to trigger a couple different things. One, when we look at trophies, she is going to get this trophy. Or a trophy. So I'm going to have her. So basically, she gets one of them, and she would get the points, but not the other stuff, and I would get the other thing. So I think we are going to go ahead and let her take this one. That is going to give me 1 stone. So now she has a trophy. I'm going to keep it by her because I'm going to need to know, because I might be getting that have the most trophies one. So that gives me a stone. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to collect up the rest of these war banners. We are going to grab this bag. We're going to throw them in. We are going to shuffle this up and refill the war banners, but on the yellow side. And then this moves up to the top. So that was her turn. I have moved. Oh, we got to refresh the cards. Have exactly 1 boathouse. I have 1 boathouse so far. 2 markets. Nope, not going to get that one. All right, 3 points per windmill or boathouse, whichever you have fewer of. All right, so she wants me to have windmills, boathouses, and houses. So nothing right now I like up there. So I'm going to just slide these up right now. All right, so what am I going to do? So I think I'm going to put out Merrill right here, spend my 2 rocks to get a beehive, because I think I'm going to put out my town hall next turn. Over to my sister. She has 3 stamina, so we flip over another card. Travel 5, attack 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, attack 5. She has an attack for this, so that's going to give her 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that goes over by her. She moves down on that track. So now I am planning to do my build. So let's go ahead and place a build there and cover up the berry. We are going to spend the 2 honey pots, or the 2 beehives, to put out my town hall. We're going to go ahead and stick that right there so we can get a rock, because I've been wanting some rocks. That will allow me to home a villager. So I am going to home my rat. So that way I have a rat in 1, 2, 3, 4 clearings. So I know I've got that one as well. And then that rat's going to give me 1 point. I need to start building up those points with building these things. And I'm going to get a wood per favor card. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 favor cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I have room for all 5. So we are going to kick 1 of the wood back. I don't have a charge ability. I could take something up here. I don't think I like it, though. You know what? Actually, I'm going to try it for the trophy cabinet. Have at least 3 trophies. So then let's reset that. Zip, zip, zip. Zip, zap, zorch. There. And home at least 2 owls and 2 rabbits in the same clearing. Not planning to do that. Have at least 1 boathouse, 1 house, 1 market, and 1 windmill in the same clearing. Not going to do that. All right. Sister, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to 5. Travel 3 and then build a town hall. So 1, 2, 3. She's coming by me. So now a town hall. We'll stick the town hall right there. So now I'm going to want to look at building. I put him on my build, so that's not helpful. Because I would like to do the last building here so I can get a trophy, so I'm going to be at least 2/3 way to my trophies. So had I known she was going to do that, I wouldn't have put him there, but I didn't know she was going to do that. So I think instead we're going to put out Lariah and do her instant action of do a slide action. So nothing happens here. Nothing happens here. Nothing. Nothing. I can spend a berry to gather 3 wood. I'm not going to do that. And this one. But I mainly did that so I can free up my build abilities. So that was me. So hopefully my sis doesn't build. Wait, she won't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead, she rests. So she does that. Flip that over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Brings her 37. I get a beehive. So we're going to switch out one of our woods for the beehive. So I think right now we are going to put out Alara on here. We're going to use the township ability to build. So I do have a couple of opportunities here. I can put out my windmill and unlock a next spot on my board. Or I could just put out one of these other buildings I know she's not going to get a lot of points of. So now windmills, boathouses, house, town hall. So I know markets are what she's not going to get a lot of. Have at least 3 trophies, war banners, owls. So none of those are mattering. 3 points per windmill or boathouse, whichever you have fewer of. Have exactly 1 boathouse, 2 markets, 3 windmills, because that was going to give her like 15, 20. That was going to give her a bunch of points. So I think we might just end up building a market just to kind of get it out there, and that's a different building. So yeah, we're going to build a market, which is for food and my stone. So we grab a market. We're going to put this out here. And then I get to choose what I wish to home. I kind of think I'm going to home an owl so I can try and make sure I get that card. So we home the owl. Neighborhood of 2. 2 points. 1, 2. Not going to charge to build again because there's no room here. I don't have that to get, so we're going to check on trophies. I did do a clearing, so I get a trophy up here. I may take the 8 straight points. I'm pretty good with resources. Oh, when I build, gather a stone. You know, I think I am going to just take the 8 straight point one. So I can start trying to catch up to sister. So, speaking of sister, over to her deck. She is going to take the 3rd hero and then build a market. So 1, 2, 3. Build a market. She cannot here, so she is going to go to the clearing where she's able to. And she will build a market in here. Let's kick that over there. Replenish this market now. Alrighty. Then my turn. So I need to move, so let's go ahead and play Jin. That's a walk of 2. I have the 2 here. And then attack once per sword. So I have 1, 2, 3. This only needs 2, so we attack that. We move 2. That comes over here by my trophies. I get to move this down and get some stuff. Let's go ahead and grab the food because I have a lot of wood. So we got our 2 food. So walk 2, attacked, and I said I moved down to grab the 2 food. Got it. Alrighty, over to sis. Travel 1 and then build a boathouse. So she travels 1 and builds a boathouse. Ooh, so I can actually come up here and swipe this trophy from her. So I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to slide. So Bran falls off. Everyone walk 3. She does not do stuff for everyone. I am going to walk up to here. Thatch falls off. Build 1. So I am able to build. Kind of looking out here. So I am going to do... The houses give her 3 points. The markets, but I can't build a market. It's basically a house or a boathouse. House gives her less, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll build up this house. That gives me a stone. Get the stone right there. I get to home a villager. We're going to go ahead, I think, and home my owl. That way I have my 3 owls homed. That is going to give me 1 point. And then theirs is 1 stone per different war banner. I have 2 different war banners, so that gives me 2 stone. I can spend stone to gather wood and berries. So let's go ahead and spend 2 stone to gather 2 wood and 2 berries. I can spend a berry to gather 3 wood. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. That's there. I get a trophy. So basically, you know what, we're going to grab this one. That's going to get, I'm just going to take 1 more stone, and that gives me 5 points. I have at least 3 trophies, so that is helpful right there. So I need to try and get another war banner. I have my owls, so I need to get a war banner and trigger the end of the game. That is optimally what needs to happen. So unfortunately, I don't have any attack cards, although I could. We're going to take this. We are going to charge, and we are going to build. Oh, I can't build because I'm not. There's no room. All right, so I got to get back down here and build. But outside of that, next it's her turn. Travel to me and build a house. So travels to me. Can't build a house here. Can't build a house here. Comes up here and builds a house. We'll pop you right there. All right, so I need to walk, I need to attack, I need to build. That's my only instant walk one. That's there. No one else lets me walk. Buttercup lets me walk, but I need to slide her first because the build, that's not helping me where I'm at. Gathering, that's not going to help. Gathering, not going to help. Gathering, not going to help. So, yep, I'm just going to play her. I'm just not going to do any of my actions. Sister is going to travel to me, then attack 7. Comes back here. Attack for 7 right here. So I'll move her down there. Give her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. And then, so she passed this. And that's 2 points for per clearing where you have homed a villager. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to give me 10 points. And then only I get that benefit. She does not. So that was very helpful for her. Thank you, sister. So now my turn. So I'm wanting to slide so I can do the walk. So slide. Nope. Slide. Not doing that. Not doing that. Not doing that. Gonna slide here. That lets me walk 1 per footprint. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 footprints. So I think I want to just come down here. Because what is my attack strength going to be? Where's my attacking? 1 per sword. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can attack that one. Or that one. That's got 2 spots left. And I can get up there with my 4 movement, I said. Yep. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to walk up there, and then I'm going to charge there to be able to spend. So we're going to go 4 and 1, I think, for the windmill, although that's giving her 5 points, but it opens up another attack option for me. But I don't think I care about the attack option, so I should probably just build something out here like a market, or, well, that's on a market. So town hall would be next. I don't have the 3 stone. Houses, I have the 4 wood, so we'll do another house. We'll build that house right there. Our house. We'll home someone. So I think we're going to just put out my first frog. And let's go ahead and grab Cror. That's going to give me 2 points. And I already triggered his ability of grabbing a new character. Coming over to sister. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack 15 and then build a town hall. She's right here. That is an attack of 3. So 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Moves down right there. And then builds a town hall. Where did I say she's at? Over here. Nope, nope. And she's going to come and steal this one from me. So she does a town hall. Like so. So she put out the town hall. She gets a trophy. Let's go ahead and get me a wood. She gets 5 points. And so 1 trophy left. So I need to try and get that trophy. I need to try and get a banner. I'm right here for the banners. So we're going to put out Jin. Walk 2. That's her. Walk 2. So I walk 2, and now I can attack. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is attack 4. That gives me 1, 2, 3 points. And I move this down here. So let's go ahead and grab 3 wood. All right, sister is resting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 58. So I have a feeling she may be ending the game. If I can do an attack, then that could work, and I could trigger the end of the game. It wouldn't necessarily be the most beneficial, but it would be doable. So if I played Crore, I would have how many swords? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I'd have a 2 attack anywhere. I need a 3 attack in order to get something. So I think I'm going to hope she doesn't end it next turn. I'm going to play out Puff, so I'll have enough swords to be able to attack this one next turn. Oh, but I don't want to attack because then I won't get the points for the thing. So it's 7 points or 9 points. So I'm going to want to focus on seeing if I can fill up a clearing somewhere. So that'll work. Actually, instead of playing Puff, then we are going to go ahead, and Crore's a slide anyways. So we're going to place Crore right here to let me build. We are then going to build. So the markets, I have enough for the market. So 1, 2, 3, but the markets, yeah, I can put it up by that other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a stone. Putting out a market right up here. And we're going to put out my last rat. That's going to give me 2 points. And then that's going to give me a point per wood. I have 4 wood. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have to try and build 3 more buildings before she does an attack. I don't foresee that happening. Hero 2 and build a boathouse. So Hero 2. And she's going to build a boathouse. So she is actually going to come down here and build a boathouse. So that was her. So I have enough to do another build, but not enough to... Oh, when you build, gather with stone. I forgot to gather a stone. If I map this in my head, I think I can get both things built in 2 turns. So we're going to start with thatch, which lets me build 1. So we are going to, I think, just go ahead and build another house. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We get this house built. We're going to go right there. We're going to home, I think, another frog. So we put our frog there. We have 2 different building types. So that gives me 2 points, and the frog gives me 2 berries. Now, as long as my sister does not attack or build, we are fine. And she's attacking. So, travels to me. Attack 4. Nope. Comes down here. Can't do it. Here. Attacks this one. 1, 2, 3 points. Moves down here. Gets this last trophy. Gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. I get a berry. I was 1 turn away from doing a lot of cool stuff. But she did pass the home thing, so I can home one of my people. So let's go ahead and home this frog. Let's go ahead and put them. So markets, technically, town halls aren't bad, so we'll go right there. That's going to give me 1, 2, 3 points. 1, 2, 3 points. And then that special one is I can then now home another critter. So let's go ahead and let's just home another rabbit. Wait, no, rabbits she gets points for. So we are going to home another frog. And that one is right there for another 1, 2, 3 points. And then I would get a berry. I would get 5 berries. Resources don't matter though, so that's really nothing important. Alright, so time to see how we did. So I did not trigger the end of the game, so I do not get that favorite card. We'll do mine first, and then you'll see how badly she beats me. Home exactly 3 owls. I did, so that's 7 points. Have at least 3 trophies. I have at least 3 trophies. That is another 8 points. Have at least 3 rats in markets. I have a rat in that market. I have a rat in that market. I have a rat in that market. So that is another 8 points. Home at least 1 rat in 4 clearings. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is 10. Have exactly 3 war banners. I do. Puts me right at 100. So that is mine. So now we go to her scoring. So first off, for every windmill I have, she'll get 5 points. Looking around, I have no windmills. Every boathouse, she will get 4 points. I have 1 boathouse, so 1, 2, 3, 4 points. For every house is 3 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those at 3 points. That's going to be 12 points. That brings her to 82. For every town hall is 2 points. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then every market is 1 point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is going to get 2 points per homed owl. So 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 points per homed rabbit gives her 2 points. So she won 101 to 100. Again, that score might be a little tweaked based on what happened earlier. I will try again to figure out exactly where ours should be in relation to others when I made that mess up, and I'll try and post the actual score on the board. But that gives you a generalized idea of how Emberleaf plays solo, and also the way that my turns went. That is how the game is played normally. So if you did not watch that how to play, that is how you play this game. Alrighty, so if I could get you to go ahead and head down below and hit like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. Let me know what your favorite character in Emberleaf is. Also, there is a link down there in Miniature Market. You can go ahead and hit up that link. It's an affiliate link, which means if you make a purchase with that link, we get a portion of those sales back to the channel. Alrighty, so carry on.